Welcome to Cascade Automation's quick tips and how-to videos. The purpose of this video is to demonstrate how to quickly set up an IMT96 flow transmitter to a 2800 flow tube. So this doesn't have a quick startup function like the IMT25 does, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go through the same points that need to be changed to quickly set this up for your flow tube. Now there's a lot of functions that you can change to dial this in the way that you want, but I'm going to take you through the few most critical items that need to be set up for this to be set up correctly. So first thing I'm going to do, this is your measurement screen, and first thing I'm going to do is hit the left arrow to go to your setup screen. So now that I'm showing my configuration functions, it shows measurements. Now I'm going to down arrow till I get to setup, and I'm going to right arrow into setup, and now I can down arrow again, and I'm not going to change system, but I am going to change my outputs. So I'm going to right arrow into it and down arrow until I get to range info. Now this is important. I'm going to right arrow into it. Now this is my forward upper range value. Now what this represents is my maximum flow rate that I want to set this up for, and it also represents my 20 milliamp value that's going to be, if you're using a output, 4 to 20 output, then that's going to be your 20 milliamp value. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change it to show you how, and I'm going to press shift and change at the same time. Now it asks me if I want to go offline. I'm going to say yes because I want to change this. And now I'm going to change this to 1200. Let's say I want mine to be 1200 gallons per minute. So I'm going to right arrow over to the first digit. I'm going to up arrow to change to 1. Right arrow, change that one to 2. And now I'm set. That's where I want it. So I'm going to right arrow until I get all the way through this. And now it's set. So now I can hit the right. Kicks me out back out to range info. I'm done with that. So now I can left arrow back to my setup, and now I'm going to down arrow all the way to calibration. Now I'm going to right arrow into calibration. First thing, now it's going to go into meter factor. Now when I right arrow again, it goes to meter factor format. Now my format is, my meter factor is 0.05280, so that's going to fit just fine in this format. So I'm going to keep it the same, but if you needed to change it, you could press shift, change, and now you can change that format, moves your decimal place, depending on where you need it to be based on your number. So, but I'm going to just hit the right, and that's going to kick me out, and it's going to put me right into meter factor. Now like I said, my meter factor is 0.0528. So I'm going to press shift, change, that goes into the edit screen. And now I'm going to right arrow. I'm going to change that 1 to 0, the 2 to 0. That one is 0. Now this one needs to be a 5, so I'm going to up arrow to 5. Right arrow over. Up arrow to 2. Right arrow over. I'm going to down arrow to quickly get to 8. And I'm going to, that's it. So that's the number I need, so that's set. So I right arrow, and there you have it. My meter factor is in there, I right arrow, and I'm set. So these are the primary functions that need to be set up for you to be working right. Then you can left arrow back out of this whole thing until it says go online, say yes, and I'm back to my measurement screen and I'm ready to go.